What will life look like after COVID-19? You've probably asked yourself that question many times. The global pandemic has left cities across Canada almost unrecognizable, including Toronto, where popular tourist destinations are practically empty. Elsewhere around the world, some cities are starting to lift their COVID-19 measures, including in China, where one Canadian man speaks about life after the pandemic.
I just feel like the planet is really ill, and I'm just like so excited for just like normal.
It's a thought many of us have had, a world without COVID-19 deaths, cases, and necessary measures millions around the world have implemented.
It's a real deal. Like this is a serious pandemic.
Nick Mitchell has roots all across Canada, but he's currently living in Hangzhou, China, south of Shanghai, and nearly 800 kilometers from the COVID-19 epicenter that is Wuhan. The 31-year-old says with no infections in recent days, the government has relaxed measures. People going back to work, students getting ready to go back to school, and malls have reopened after over 3 weeks of strict self-isolation.
People are kind of living as normal, but the shadow of the epidemic is still on everybody.
How is life like right now?
It's like a weird kind of back to normal. Offices are all opened up. Restaurants and bars are running.
However, masks are still everywhere, and the government has added additional measures, including temperature checks and assigning QR codes to residents that are scanned and monitored in the event there's been a spread.
I would be alerted through the app, and I know that I should self-quarantine just to be extra safe. Security guards, they check my health and safety code.
Nick has been living in China for about 12 years running his film company, and though he only experienced a few weeks of isolation, he says that changed him.
I'm really appreciating things, and I'm also looking forward to just being normal.
His message to Canadians to hold on to hope and to one another, but most importantly, take the COVID-19 measures seriously.
Almost everybody really followed quarantine and social distancing, and it really works. So if all of you get on board, then it's really going to get better.
Hangzhou was proactive in shutting everything down before the city even saw a rise in cases. I asked Nick what was the first thing he did when some of these measures were lifted. He told me he went out to a restaurant to enjoy some pizza. Meanwhile, it's still unknown how long these measures will be in place in Ontario and the rest of Canada. For City News, I'm Faiza Amin.